All right, hey, what's going on to all of my Leos out there? So let's get into this. So, all right, hold on. Let me clip this on well. Okay, so for you Leos, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, the Tower, Hierophant, the Chariot, the Justice, the King of Swords, the Devil, and last but not least, the Nine of Wands. This is for you Leos, right? So a lot of fire energy in this anyway. The Devil represents Capricorn, but as you can see, fire, right? Tower, the Tower as well, a lot of fire. So, all right, so the Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Five of Wands. Uh, some of you Leos who were in a relationship felt like the relationship essentially was going nowhere. You were trying your best to keep the relationship alive, to keep it going. You liked these people. You wanted to make it work. But for you, this person, or I should say, but for them, this person was never enough. I mean, you were never enough. Excuse me. For this person, you were never enough. They would always make some kind of problem out of seemingly nothing. Um, you didn't make enough money. You weren't, beautiful enough. You weren't handsome enough. You didn't have this. You didn't have that. They were always comparing you to somebody or something that they thought was better than you. So, excuse me, the Tower is, so you just got fed up one day and you're like, you know what? Fine. Since you're not good enough, why don't you go ahead and go on out there? And since you Leos was like, since you're not good enough, you told the person, why is it that they don't go on out there and actually find the person that's for them, since they're always comparing you to somebody else? And then you have the Hierophant, right? And the Hierophant represents you're sick and tired of dealing with people who are trying to compare you, right? To somebody else, somebody that you don't even know, right? But these are people that's supposed to be with you while at the same time tearing you down or trying to tear you down. So you Leos wasn't having that. You Leos basically told them what it is. Look, if you don't think that what I bring to the table, what I offer, if you don't think that I'm that good of a partner, why are you here with me? Go hang out with other people who you like. Otherwise, there's no point. The Chariot and the Justice, right? The Chariot and the Justice now represents, so again, you felt, because this relationship ultimately wasn't going to last very long anyway. It just seemed like, this person was in trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to compare themselves to every kind of relationship. And they were comparing themselves to a relationship that they perceived was better than yours with them, right? And obviously, you Leos being much more smart than what people give you credit for, right? Because a lot of times people would think that the Leo is just flash and fire and like, fun. But Leo is actually smart though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I have my, disagreements on my ups and downs with Leos, but like I said before, I do not make my assessments about any of the zodiac. I don't know how many times I've said this. I don't make any assessments about any of the zodiac signs based upon bias. It's purely based upon facts. How I personally have had interactions with them is irrelevant when I do these readings. So, or when I'm telling somebody about some sort of information. So I'm not into the over emotionalism. I don't care about it, right? All I want is the facts. So you Leos, knowing that they were trying to compare the relationship to somebody else's, you Leos obviously was getting fed up of that, but you just didn't say anything up until this person started to really vocalize it. And the Justice, That's when it is that you had to let them know, hey, listen, the tower, since this person doesn't seem to really take you seriously, you just let them know. Why don't they go out there, right? Or why don't you go out there and see what it's like, since I'm not good enough for you? This is what you told them. And the justice is the justice represents you haven't taken them back since. You've essentially allowed them to see how the dating pool is. And since then, right? And since then, the justice represents um the justice is about you Leo's kind of giving them a taste of their own medicine, because now they kind of understand what exactly is going on. You know, they have a better understanding of what exactly is going on. Um, I don't know. They how can I say this, right? Now that they're out of a relationship with you, that's when they trying to make it seem like you're no good, you know. And the king of swords, right? The king of swords represents you you Leos. You know why it is that you do what you do, and you knew that you had to let this person go, because it's essentially only a matter of time until this person could have potentially cheated. Because why they're in a relationship with someone that they deem as inferior, but yet they're still hanging out with that person, I would never know. Like, you would think the idea, right? You would think that the idea would be to, if you think someone is beneath you, to not hang out with the person. But then, they're wasting their time. Like I said, they're wasting their time with people that they have, that they deemed you Leos to not necessarily be fit, right? Meaning you. They're according to them, they're wasting their time with you, right? But yet they're with you. So the idea is, if they're so much more superior to you, then why are they hanging out with you, right? And then that's when it is that you get the devil and the nine of wands, which is, now that you've let them go, now they can't stop trying, you know what I mean? They're super attached now. Now they want you back. So here comes the texting. Here comes the trying to come by. Maybe if the two of you live together, this person is trying to come by to get their clothes. All of this, all of that. You know, if you try to allow them to come by to get their clothes, now they're trying to have some form of conversation with you. All this, all that. And, you know, they're playing a victim now. But like I said before, when they were hanging out with you and they actually had you, they didn't have any kind of common sense, right? They didn't have any ability to respect you, right? Everything was about them being ungrateful because they wanted things, they wanted stuff. Okay, well, now they have a chance to live their life exactly how they want. Let's clarify the justice. The devil, okay, the nine of pentacles, right? The knight of wands and the ace of cups, right? So they thought of this situation as, right, you have the devil, you have the nine of pentacles. So again, they wanted stuff, right? They wanted stuff so much, the desire to keep up with the Joneses, the fancy things, the flashy things, the BMWs, the status symbols, right? The luxury type of lifestyle, so much that they essentially ignored the relationship with you, Leos. And the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And now, like I said, now they're they didn't realize what it is that they had. And now that you've decided to dump them, now they're trying to figure out a way on how to get you back. Most definitely, they're in an extreme form of contemplation or thinking about how could you do this and how are they going to be able to get you back and all this other stuff. But like I said, when they had you, they didn't know how to act right. Let's clarify the devil. The Six of Wands, the Justice, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So this is about the Six of Wands, the Justice, right? It's kind of interesting because when I'm reading for the devil, you got the Justice. And when I'm reading for the Justice, you have the devil. So it's quite ironic. And I can't make this up. I didn't plan this at all. But the Six of Wands and the Justice is about how the Six of Wands and the Justice, it 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 pretty much represents, again, they kind of have to, they kind of have to own up to it, that yeah, they were being very disrespectful. They were being very pushy. They wanted a lifestyle that, they couldn't necessarily really afford, but they were looking at you like you should afford it for them. But it's not to say that they were actually bringing any of that type of lifestyle that they wanted. So, right, that they were so busy comparing themselves to others, right? The Ace of Swords and the King of Pentacles now here represents this being a situation for y'all where a lot of y'all really ultimately want to, I don't know, a lot of y'all really just want to or I should say they want the relationship back, but they know that more than likely you Leos are not coming back. So it's like they they know that they messed this up, right? And if they could go back, they would. But the King of Pentacles, right? Like I said, maybe they may try to reach out to you every now and again, or reach out to you, Leos. But the King of Pentacles is that they know that, they really messed this relationship up. And they know, in essence, that they're going to have to essentially be by themselves, at least away from you anyway. Even if they get somebody, it's not with you. But that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.